The other minister. Uh, the shock had taken a little while to wear off. For a time he had tried to convince himself that Fudge had indeed been a hallucination, brought on by lack of self during his grueling election campaign. In a vain attempt to rid himself of all reminders of this uncomfortable encounter, he had given the garble to his delicts, nice and intrust his private secretary to take down the portrait of the ugly little man who had announced his arrival. To the Prime Minister's dismay, however, the portrait had proved impossible to remove. When several carpenters, a builder or two, an art historian, and the chancellor of the exchequer had tried un- unsuccessfully to prize it from the well, the Prime Minister had abandoned the attempt and simply resolved to hope that the thing remained motionless and silent for the rest of his term in office. Occasionally, he could have sworn he saw out of the corner of his eye the occupant of the painting yawning, or else scratching its nose even once or twice. Simple walking out of his frame and leaving nothing but a streak of muddy brown canvas behind. However, he had trained himself not to look at the picture very much, and always to tell himself fir- firmly that his eyes were playing trick on him when anything like this happened. Then, 3 years ago, on, on a night very like tonight, the Prime Minister had been alone in his office when the portrait had once again announced the imminent arrival of Fudge, who had burst out of the fireplace sopping wet and in a state of considerable panic. Before the Prime Minister could ask why, he was dripping all over. The ex-minister Fudge had started ranting about a prison the Prime Minister had never heard of, a man named Sirius Black. Something that sounded like Hogwarts and a boy called Harry Potter, none of which made the remotest sense to the Prime Minister. Okay guys, this finished for I'm reading Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Okay guys, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.